crunch time. KD and Steph. This is what everybody's been waiting to see in the playoffs together. What do we look for to know things are clicking?
For me, I'm looking at the continuity of the offense, you know, the flow of the offense. I mean, these guys both have matchups that they can exploit and get buckets in. At some point, 2 or 3 guys on this team have to defer to one another. We'll see how quickly they try to get KD back involved.
What makes the Warriors so special is, though both of those guys are former MVPs, it actually only ain't about them. Because they actually have another guy named Klay Thompson who scored 60 in the game this season. And Draymond Green, who also is All-NBA and going to be was an All-Star. So the Golden State Warriors have terrific weapons. Andre Iguodala's played well ever since KD got injured. So it may be tough for the Portland Trail Blazers in Game 1. I wouldn't be surprised if KD and Steph both had 30.
It's going to be tough for the Trail Blazers in every
30?
game.
Yes, right.
Both?
Yes.
Wow.
They're not playing around. People, see, that's why I'm glad they give away a regular season MVP. Because it's going to be Russell and it's going to be Harden. That's in the books.
It's not in the books, Jalen.
That's going to be in the books.
It is not official.
I know you voted for Kawhi.
I know a lot of people voted for Kawhi.
Yeah, but he's not going to win it.
Okay.
Not this year. He's going to win Defensive Player of the Year, watch. But what I'm saying is the Golden State Warriors now have a special opportunity. If they're going to win a championship, either Steph Curry or Kevin Durant is going to be playoff MVP.
Oh, I agree with that. I mean, and this is the reason why Kevin Durant came to Golden State. Have a chance to run through the playoffs, have other teammates that he knows will play off of him very, very well and not be worried about scoring all the time. That's the reason why he came to this. So from today on, that's all that matters for Kevin Durant.
All right, so the game still has to be played. Everyone's aware of the arsenal of weapons that the Warriors have. So you're the Blazers. What is the strategy to try to slow them down?
Old school, you got to try to force foul trouble up front. You got to drive the basketball. You got to pound the offensive boards and see if you could get KD or Draymond in foul trouble. If you're able to do that, more minutes for Zaza Pachulia, more minutes for JaVale McGee, James Michael McAdoo, David West, that gives you a better opportunity. If those 2 guys are playing their regular load of minutes, it's going to be a problem.
And to me, the only chance they have in this series, and they're not good at this, by the way, they got to run these guys off of the 3-point line. They do. They have to defend the 3 ball very well. Give these guys 2-pointers. Make Steph go in there and shoot all those pretty finger rolls and floaters and Klay Thompson one-dribble pull-ups. Run them off of the 3-point line, and KD as well. These guys can still do it, but that's their only chance.
How about this? And really go small. And Terry Stotts has been almost like a guard whisperer in the game. So we know about their backcourt is high scoring in Damian Lillard, who we see pictured, and C.J. McCollum. But give Shabazz Napier some more minutes.
He's been balling.
Out there with both of those guys, so each of those guys can make for each other and for their teammates.
I mean, he had the last couple games while those guys sat to sort of show what he can do.
Yeah,
I mean, nothing to the fact that their confidence might be a little bit, you know, they ended the season nicely. Does that count for anything, or they're facing too big a monster?
No, this team is definitely confident. I mean, they're coming in here saying, listen, let's just try to get Game 1. We're not worried about the entire series. Let's try to get Game 1. But to me, their backcourt they have to outplay Steph and Klay. They do. CJ and Dame have to play better. They have to score more because they're going to be relied upon, especially no Nurkic early in this series, a guy who I think can have a good effect on the series. These 2 guys, a lot of pressure on these boys.
If you notice, we're not talking about the players up front for the Blazers. That's going to be the key.
Okay.
Because the Golden State Warriors have 2 All-Stars up front. Mo Harkless, Al-Farouq Amino, Ed Davis, get them quality minutes as you mentioned without Nurkic. Because Nurkic was playing, you could look at things a little bit different from a balance standpoint.
Well, if they were watching that Jazz game last night, take some of that mojo.
And the Bucks as well.
And the Bucks, exactly. Well, yeah, you're exactly right. Tip-off between the Blazers and Warriors. That's coming at you next. We're going to see you at the half. Now we'll send it out to Mike, Jeff, Mark, and Lisa. You were just in Cleveland with the call.
Private jetting, huh?
Ooh!
Must be nice.